Did we just go on our best cruise yet? Let's take a look at the food and the entertainment on the Valiant Lady. Make sure you watch until the end so you can see our major rookie mistake that cost us hundreds by the end of the trip.
Valerie, Kyle Travel Channel.
We are at the terminal, so we're at Terminal V this time. We're so used to going to Carnival and other terminals. Looks like they're just starting to board. We are in line for our boarding time group. We're gonna see if they let us on early. Okay, it's 2:30. We had a 3:30 boarding time. All right, oh, here we go. I had to record this safety video because it is so catchy. You're gonna have it stuck in your head, and I just heard that they replaced it, so you can't see this one anymore. I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
Let's talk about life, joggers, just to shed some light. Slip it over your head and pull the waist strap tight. Take some time to learn to lay out on the ship. Throwing objects overboard is strictly prohibited, so no.
Now, I am going to talk all about the food. After trying out all the restaurants on the ship, I don't know if any other cruise can beat it. We started with the pizza place. I do go on a little rant about Kyle's genius idea he just came up with, so I'll leave that in because it makes me laugh. But we got our own pizzas. We got 2 pizzas at Pizza Plate for first dinner while we're waiting to go to our actual dinner in 40 minutes now. And this fool just said, get healthy food. That's how you can avoid needing to go on a diet when we get back, because we're going on a cruise known for how good the food is. And he thinks it's appropriate to say get healthy food. We, of course, did not get healthy food the entire trip. The pizzas were great. We got individual pizzas. Mine was a gluten-free crust. No complaints there. Then we head over to Pink Agave for dinner. This was our first reservation of the trip and our first intro to all of the food options that the Virgin Cruises have. One other thing to mention, the entryway is beautiful. Make sure you spend some time getting some photos. All of the entryways were different. All of the restaurants were very curated. I loved it. The portion sizes for the small plates, I would say, were small. We got some of the corn and we also got some chips and guac. You can see these were the full portions. Don't split unless you really want to. Everybody should get their own so you can try all the different options. For the medium plate, we did get the potatoes, and he ended up getting the duck. I got the ribeye. I'm sure you can tell how much he loves being on camera, but if you didn't notice, here's a cute little clip.
Do I have to film you eating now?
I'm filming you eating real quick. The food was delicious. My ribeye, I think, was the better of the 2 options. We don't normally get duck, so maybe it just wasn't the right thing to order. I do want to highlight the dessert. Any dessert that looks like it is straight from the Great British Baking Show is exactly what I'm looking for. We had the passion fruit and pineapple puff pastry along with the chocolate tacos. Beautiful, delicious. We didn't spend a lot of time in the buffet area. I will show you a little bit of what that looked like and some of the special stuff they had. A burger bar. Kyle found the dessert section. They also had desserts to go. Okay, we have the hush hush. So it has chicken, pineapple salsa, sweet potato bun, and fries. There was a different daily special at the burger bar each day. The hush hush was so good. I love the little pops of pineapple, that little pop of sweetness, the sweet potato bun, delicious. I guess in all my videos I'm eating fried chicken, so maybe that's my thing. So now I'm a fried chicken connoisseur. This one was really good. I'm only half joking. I eat a lot of fried chicken in these videos. On to dessert. Raspberry donut, pavlova. We have a peach tart. We have a special of the day. We have a s'mores jar. This one is Caribbean surprise. Virgin gets it. They get how to present desserts. They were delicious. The fruit desserts were tart and sweet. The chocolate was decadent. You could get multiple and not feel bad because they're very small portions. We went every single day because every day there was a new special. They had a passion fruit one. Kyle loved the pavlova. We just absolutely loved the desserts. Next, we have Razzle Dazzle, where I had my favorite meal and he had no meals that he really even liked. It's so interesting how people's tastes are different. I'll show you what we ate, give you our thoughts on it. It's time for breakfast, and this is the restaurant that everyone has been recommending. Even the guy who checked us in, he said, go straight to Razzle Dazzle. So, we are going to eat.
Cream. You know what? I thought it was going to be a parfait. That's what I had in my mind. That's just crazy. It's not at all.
Eat it.
I picked
like
it
a
up.
Pizza.
Weird.
So I talked about people having different tastes. I just saw someone review this on a Facebook post or a Reddit post and they gave it a 7 out of 10. He absolutely hated it and didn't eat any of it. It was a slice of watermelon with a spread of a tofu, like almost yogurty tofu with some granola sprinkled on top, then with frozen berries on top of that. Like I said, this is his first meal that he hated. Now we're going to hop over to my meal, which I absolutely loved. Took the bun off because I shouldn't be eating it anyway. It's so good. Can I bite?
Yeah, sure. Am I supposed to film me eating it? Alright. Tastes like chicken.
I feel like I was just talking about how I only order fried chicken. And here I am ordering fried chicken. So this was fried chicken, beet aioli, all on a black bun. The beet aioli was the star of the show. It was so good. I don't even like beets. Whatever they did to it, keep doing it. I want to go order it again as soon as I can.
I have to eat on camera for that.
The sass with this one is out of control. Anyway, we have buckwheat waffles, bacon, razzle dazzle breakfast, and my sandwich. So the buckwheat waffles, he said they were good, nothing too great. The bacon was very syrupy. It was like it was dipped in syrup. The razzle dazzle breakfast was good. The star of the show, like I said before, the beet aioli on top of my chicken sandwich. The chicken was tender. The beet aioli was amazing. But of course, we ordered dessert.
Oh, not what I had in my head. Not at all. That's crazy.
Kyle's rainbow churros. He didn't like the rainbow churros. They were dipped in very large pieces of sugar, so I don't know, not for everyone. I had the razzle cake, so delicious. Basically, I was razzle-dazzled, and he did not have one thing that he really liked. Let's go to our next restaurant and see what happens. Korean barbecue for our next restaurant. Okay, we're going to Kande Korean barbecue. For this experience, you do sit with about 5 other people, maybe 6 that are not part of your group. It's a very community group table setting. It's loud. You're going to hear people yelling every time they're taking shots. This experience was so fun. You do get the banchan, which are the sides that you get at any Korean barbecue, japchae, so you get some noodles that are stir-fried, fried chicken. This chicken was amazing. I think I ate mine and Kyle's as well. They do have the center area where they usually cook all the meat. They only cooked the seafood, and the pork and the beef they actually brought out separate, so you just took it with tongs. If you have not had galbi, which is the Korean short ribs, just run straight to this restaurant. It's ginger heavy, garlic heavy, marinated, delicious, so good. And then we also had matcha swirl ice cream with some mochi to finish out the meal. Moving on to the Wake, which is going to be your steak and seafood restaurant. Whatever you do, don't cancel dinner reservations and rebook for brunch because you will probably not be able to get dinner there. Ask me how I know. We canceled our dinner, went to the ship show instead, which was fine, but then we could never get back into dinner. There was no way to get any seating if you didn't have a reservation. It seemed impossible. So we had brunch there. It was very good. I still wish I could have got that filet mignon. That just means I need to go back, like ASAP. The steak and eggs were delicious. I ordered it medium. I would say the standout here for me was the Eggs Benedict. Mine had crispy pork belly, bone marrow hollandaise sauce, and sauteed spinach. The bone marrow hollandaise was thick, creamy, umami, stuck to your tongue, stuck to your mouth. So delicious. One of the first times I've had bone marrow. And we also found something that Kyle liked. He had the French toast, which had toasted pecans, bananas, and some fresh cream. Oh my God, stop. The next restaurant is the Test Kitchen. This is going to be probably the biggest difference in dining that we've ever had. We both chose the non-vegetarian, which was eel, scallops, cheese tart, study of chicken with duck, yuzu meringue, and pumpkin desserts. Each course is brought out one by one. They had a palate cleanser. Just like the other restaurants, the entryway here is so different. It looks very scientific. Everything is metal. It looks very clean. I like that this is a test kitchen and this is the approach that they have. I think it all fits really well together. I also like that this is an option for people who don't normally go to restaurants like this. I would never order scallops. I would never order eel. It's not my thing. Even with a beautiful presentation, I just don't think I'm an eel person. This is what it looked like. It is very beautiful. The scallops, however, were so delicious, so fresh. I absolutely loved them. Kyle really knows how to take a beautiful presentation and a special moment and make it even more special. Thank you. Moving on to the cheese tart. So this was a goat cheese on the inside and it did have some different things on top. It was very savory. The shell was very thin and flaky, a little bit crispy. The goat cheese wasn't overwhelming. I'm typically not a goat cheese person, but I did enjoy this one. The next course is the study of chicken, and they also brought us the duck as well. It says or duck, but both of them were included. I'll be completely honest, I don't recall anything super special about this dish. The chicken was cooked great. I'm sure it tasted fine. If I didn't like it, I would remember. The duck was a little too much. It's very thick. Duck can be kind of off-putting if you have too much of it because it is a little bit gamier of a meat. So these were okay. You know what always shines is dessert.
Last course, but not least. Okay, so the big one that you have in front of you, this one is a yuzu meringue. So this one tastes exactly the same like lemon meringue, but instead of lemon, so we put yuzu. Yuzu is like a Japanese citrus lemon, but it's more stronger than regular lemon. This one is one
I know the test kitchen may not be for everyone. It's worth a try. You might find something you didn't even know that you liked. I want to order scallops again. I never thought that that would be something I would want to eat. Where to next? Probably more dessert if I had to guess. This is all he wanted.
And can I get a scoop of the espresso and then a scoop of the chocolate?
So this finished up Scarlet Night for us. We ran around. I did have the Scarlet Night cocktail, and the next morning we decided to try and order some room service. The room service food was so delicious. It was comparable to some of the restaurant food. We had French toast. I had some eggs, potatoes, and bacon. And it was only about like $10, I think, to have it delivered. We ordered a lot more than I'm showing here. Well worth it. This finishes up most of the food. I still have the ship show coming up. I left that in the entertainment section. Now we're going to talk about the entertainment, which is the shows and other things there are to do on the ship. It's like 9:30 on Monday, and I'm going to go to Zumba. We've been eating so much, and it's early, but I need to get moving, and I wanted to try out one of the classes. So here we go. Zumba was in the red room, so were two of the shows, and every single time we went in there, it was set up completely different. So they took out all of the stadium seating and the theater seating. It was a big open area. We were just on a royal cruise. The Caribbean line dance class was in the front of a little bar, so it was the smallest area compared to Zumba here, night and day. Virgin gets workouts, they get how to do it and what people want.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
I just got back from Zumba. It was amazing. I wish that more ships did dance classes like this, like choreographed ones. It was probably one of my favorite things I've done on the ship so far. Kyle is not quite up yet. We were up pretty late last night. All we've been doing is eating because there's so much food and most of it is really good. It felt so good to get up and move around. Oh no, I found myself. This meme is beyond true. Middle-aged white women doing anything to not work out normally, because on the ship they had this workout class, an upswing bungee class that I did not get into because they were all sold out. I wanted to do this so bad. I do work out normally, but that looks like so much fun. If anyone has done it, let me know how it is. The next cruise we go on, that's the first thing I'm going to sign up for. Red room. We are going to Misbehaves. We're back in the red room. You're going to see how different it looks from my Zumba class to now. Crazy different. This was so much fun, super interactive with the crowds. They put us on teams. Everybody was having a great time in the audience, and it was only available, I think, for 1 or 2 nights. So if you get the chance to go, definitely go to the show.
Because here's the thing, I've been looking around at the world and I'm not so sure everything's okay. In fact, I think everything's amazing. What's next, Cherry? Hey, glued to your seats. I love Cherry too. Make some noise and welcome back, Cherry!
Misbehaves is a must-see. Next, we went to the comedian / magician, Ben Price. So they don't have comedians like they do on other ships. This was kind of an all-in-one show, and it was very entertaining. He even did some crowd work. The magic tricks were interactive. It was so entertaining. You have to give it a try.
I'm a magician, I'll prove it. Ace, it could be a heart or a diamond. Before you answer, 2 times a card has come out of that jar, and Megan has been indifferent. And there's a few people in the crowd that want to see me fail. It's a sickness, but people want to see a magician fail. They get off on it. I don't know.
So this was a holiday cruise, which was just right after Thanksgiving before Christmas. They did have some holiday themed events. The next one we did was Holiday with the hostess and friends. And it was Christmas songs, not quite our thing, still super enjoyable. You could tell they put a lot of effort into it. We need to talk about dual reality. This is a Romeo and Juliet, house versus house, red side, blue side, back in the red room. You can see it's set up completely different from Zumba and from the other show that was in there, Misbehaves. Now we have the center area is the stage. We have both sides are the stadium seating. This was amazing. They had so many things going on. Just there was nonstop entertainment, nonstop action, different things that I had never seen before on a cruise ship. This is probably one of the best shows that we went to. Do not miss it. For Scarlet Night, the whole ship transforms. They put out new decorations, so many places to take pictures. They have pop-up performances. We walked around the whole ship, enjoyed ourselves, had the Scarlet Night drink I talked about earlier, and really enjoyed the whole ship being decorated. Everything was red all over. It's a ship show. This is the final show I'm going to talk about. This is the one we canceled the wake for, which was my filet mignon. They did have a set menu, so throughout the show, they had different kinds of entertainment. They brought out the different courses. There were some things here that I just could not believe, had not seen before. It was so entertaining. Here are some of my favorite things we saw. Hopefully you're as shocked as I am that this is all on a cruise ship. Again, on a cruise ship, we have this level of entertainment.
So you're a tough
When you're actually in the room and he swallows the sword that's lit up and it just goes dark, insane. It was crazy. 100% worth going to that show. Oh, I had one more show to talk about, Around the World with the Diva. So our ship Diva put on quite a show for us. They asked that we don't take video. I did capture some of her outfits. So funny. She was just telling jokes. They called on Kyle in the audience to ask him a silly question. My gosh, it was entertaining. Her outfits were beautiful. This was probably not for everyone. I absolutely loved it because it wasn't just singing, it was entertainment, it was joking, not taking people too seriously. It was great. Also, they have a tattoo shop, and I walked past it for 3 days. Every day, he's like, "Do you want to go?" And I kept saying no. And then finally, I said, "Okay, let's go talk to him." And they had an opening at that exact moment. So we got one of the flash tattoos. It was kind of pricey, it was very pricey actually. But where else can you get tattooed on a cruise ship? We both ended up getting tattoos. They were 200 a piece. And then we did tip. That was, I think, what we paid for the cruise itself because we got this with an offer that I'll go over at the end. I look at my tattoo every day and I still love it. On the first day, I got a heck of a surprise, which was I hit the major and ended up winning $2,100 or so. And let's just say that covered the tattoo that I just said was really expensive, and it covered the trip, and it covered our next trip. So insane. I couldn't believe it. It was basically like the day we got on the ship within 5 minutes of sitting at the casino. 100%. I cannot recommend going on a Virgin cruise enough. I absolutely loved every part of it. But now I'm going to tell you everything we spent on the whole trip. This was, I think, our most expensive trip last year. If you've watched, we normally cruise for maybe 300 to 500 per cruise. This was by far the most. The tattoos definitely added to that. You know, I would do it again tomorrow. Time to dig in. Travel logistics. We did stay the night at DIA. It would have been $790. We used points for that. Southwest flight with companion pass, it was $230, $658. One of us flies free. American Airlines flight, we used points. For the cruise, we found this offer in Resorts Casino in Atlantic City. They just had an advertisement on the board and said if you reach 50 tier points, you get a free cruise. We signed up Kyle. I did not sign up just because we didn't know how hard it was to earn tier points. It did take us quite a while. We ended up winning a little bit on that trip. We paid the taxes and port fees, which were $376. I did look up the cost to book outright, which would have been a little over $2,000. We had Uber credits. So our total with points and comps and casino offers, $612.58. Total without points would have been $3,705.16. I love seeing these numbers and how different they are and how much we save. For food, we don't really save that much when we're at the airport. We ate in Miami. We, went to CVS, got some waters and conditioner. I think I bought Starbucks, so 131. I left that the same. We didn't use any points or discounts for food. When we get to the entertainment, this is what really put us over compared to other trips where we don't do a lot of extra on board. Our tattoos were 200 each, 400. And then we had the drinks. We spent 144, bringing it to 544.48. And then we had our excursion for 140, bringing it to 684.48. I'm going to tell you about our rookie mistake that cost us big. We were on a casino offer. We had the paper. It didn't say anything at all about free drinks. So we kept it to a couple drinks here and there, totaling 144. We really didn't buy anything else. Come to find out, there was an email sent out the day before. This happened to other people on the ship too, where they had purchased the drink packages and then found out they had free drinks. We didn't find out until the day before we were leaving that we had free drinks in the casino the whole time. That was the only place that we did not order drinks. So we ended up being on the hook to pay for all the drinks that we ordered at restaurants and while we were around the ship. And then also didn't even get to take advantage of free drinks in the casino. I don't know why we asked the day before we were leaving. I don't know why we didn't check on it before. Huge rookie mistake. We could have had every drink on the menu as we were gambling. I think that would have made the trip even better for us. Not that we're big drinkers. We just like to save money. So we kind of flushed a couple hundred, 150 down the drain, and what could have been, quite a bit more on drinks throughout the trip. Oh well, lesson learned. Next time, we just go introduce ourselves to the host the first thing and ask what perks we get with our offer that we're sailing on. I cannot believe we did that. I'm still in shock. One day I'll get over it, but we learned our lesson. And now we get to the final totals. So this trip with points and offers and discounts, $1,428.06. Total we would have paid out of pocket with no deals, $4,520.64. I would consider this a win in our book. Anytime we can save a massive amount of money, that makes us happy. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss next week's video, which is part 2 of our Virgin Cruise. Click here to see how we went to Hawaii for 1 week and only spent $1,150.